FailMail, right? We are going to go through your stories. They are the what we put out this week was your worst/funniest experiences at a festival.
Amazing.
Now, if you remember these for pre-COVID times, these were pretty big deals.
Pretty hot.
I will just say as well. Actually, no, I'll keep that for later. But yeah, so there's a few. There's not loads, but they're good quality. It's quality over quantity this week, guys. So thank you very much for sending yours in. They're short this week, and we'll go through them. So, sat under a tree and realised the floor was wet. It was where everyone was weeing. Grim. Imagine that as well. Like, I'm sitting under a tree at a festival. I'm so in touch with like myself and nature, and you're just sitting everyone's urine.
I've got a good urine. I've got a good urine. I met one of my first girlfriends at a music festival in Spain because we were both covered. No, we were both. Someone threw a pint glass full of piss and it hit us both. Ed Sheeran. There you go.
Ed Sheeran. I don't think it was so embarrassing. The person. Yeah. You watching Ed Sheeran? You guys watch it?
Strokes afterwards, and I was waiting for the Strokes. And
this is from a brother, from a ginger brother as well. Yeah. You were there watching Ed Sheeran. I think the guy throwing the piss was in some ways right, but that is fucking grim, though. That is disgusting. So, well, I'll follow that on with this story then. My friend pissed in a bottle during Kylie at Glasgow. She was very subtle, though. It's a she. It's a she into the bottle.
Rate it.
That's very impressive. I didn't know. Bottle as well, not a cup, but I didn't know. Personally, and this is my own ignorance, maybe my own non-wokeness. I didn't know women had that aim.
Yeah, me either.
I thought that would have been an absolute splash fest.
But I'm trying to think of a bottle scenario that would be wide enough and good enough to do that, but I can't think of one unless you cut.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a bottle that would be wide enough to fit my dick. Probably could.
Certainly not like a Fanta bottle or something.
Or in a pint glass, yeah, probably not. Yeah, but if that fair play. Shouted at a guy sitting on the exit path, only to realise later that he was on a wheelchair.
Excellent.
It's a quick one. Me running away from a Ferris wheel, leaving my bar crew colleagues with no one to sit next to. Weird that you just had a moment of fleeing from a Ferris wheel.
Okay.
Got knocked out in a mosh pit at the Kaiser Chiefs to Ruby.
2006 was a wild time. Yeah.
How are people moshing? Ruby. And people are like, fucking yes! This is my fucking jam!
Let the bodies hit the floor! Yeah.
Yeah, bizarre. But there you go. Watched my mate wiping his bum with a cheeseburger. As there was no paper left. I'm glad they said no paper left because it could have been just. But I don't understand. You bought a cheeseburger. Have you got a cheeseburger, not a napkin? Bizarre.
I'm assuming he did the poo, found a discarded cheeseburger. Went with cheeseburger. I've seen some grim stuff at festivals. I saw a guy try and piss in his own mouth, and everyone circled around him to watch him do it. And he did it, and everyone cheered him on. So
why did he do that? Why did he?
He just told everyone he could and would do it, and then he did.
This is a classic one, not necessarily festival. Thought a girl was checking me out. I approached her. She was looking at the guy behind me. Classic. Got very drunk night one on the way back to the tent. Couldn't open it. Ended up sleeping outside. Nice. Yep. You're probably actually this bit before your time. Reading Festival 06.
Definitely.
This is our people. This is our I think if you was on Reading Festival sort of 09, 10.
Yeah. 09. I was there. 010. I see that.
I went 10 years. Well, yeah, legends. I was 17. Fell asleep outside my tent. I woke up. It was busy. I'd wet myself.
Good. You know what I love? You know what my favorite thing at festivals were? There always was like some girls who would put their tent a little bit too close to the path, and then as everyone left the festival in the evening, like there were so many people, the people just sort of spread out away from the path, and the tents close to it just got trampled.
Trampled. Yep. This is a wholesome one. Popping Pro Plus at Lost and Found to avoid drugs, but keep up with the ravers. Didn't happen to me. Yeah, sure, mate. But a mate went to sleep to find someone had shit on his pillow in his tent.
What?
Grim. Absolutely grim. And then finally, just grabbed the wrong butt.
I've had some classic stuff. I remember also at festival going back to our tent, and there was just an absolutely wasted guy passed out in our tent. We're like, get out! He's just like, what? He's like, what? I mean, no. He's like, look around you, and he's like, oh shit, oh sorry. And then just like,
at least it was nice and left. So when I went to Reading on our last night, our tent was near the path, and
got trampled.
So we got told, luckily we got given the advice was get all your stuff into your bag before the last night, because the last night people just fucking go nuts.
You just smash all the tents. It was like the last days of Rome. Everyone was just smashing all the tents, burning stuff, just fucking the place up.
And we had a teepee as well. I think that's why they went for it as well. We had a teepee.
I'd definitely go for your teepee. If I saw you with a teepee, I'd fuck you up.
100%. Yeah. So we had stuff in our bags, fortunately. So there was nothing in the tent. But we came back and our tent. So we sat down and watched it, but it was getting trampled. Then it got set on fire. Then it got pissed on.
Fucking hell! Yeah.
We were with mates who had other tents, so we were just.
Well, they just try to put it out with their piss, which is
I think that was the plan. Yeah, I think that was it was a sort of eco-friendly.
The security. The security are just like 19-year-old kids in high vis jackets.
Who are just there because they want to go. They just want to go to a free festival, so they're there just basically doing the bare minimum, so they don't get fired without getting paid. And they just want to be watching the gigs and taking drugs as well. So
I've had two very different experiences at Reading Festival. I went one year as a regular Joe punter and did it all, and then the next year I went because my mate's dad ran music festivals, got full VIP experience, and was on the side of the stage, and it was like the best thing ever. So two opposite worlds. Your fate can change very quickly.
Yeah, we've all had that. Yeah, our mates who dads run music festivals.
Classic.
Yeah, no, because we've all got that mate whose their dad runs V.
Yeah.
Also, so this is what I want to say before. A couple of people message in complaining about the quality of the FailMail last week. Your stories last week pitiful.
Fuck off.
No, well, they're not having to go at us. I think they're having to go at the people who sent them in. After the stories you had last week for the house party one, I feel like you need my stories, even if they aren't anything massive, still more than just someone puking on someone, laughing emoji.
Okay.
So people did send in a couple of one is from a friend of the show, Leanne. It is about a festival, but as she sort of remarked, it's not necessarily funny. She just ended up accidentally going into a festival and didn't realize, and then was sort of near it and gotten free, but couldn't get further because they didn't have a wristband. So there we go. Sorry, Leanne, but thank you for sending it in. And then, so the other one is a house party festival. This guy, so he said, your stories last week were pitiful. I have two that I think are quite funny and sad, but let's read out this one. Me and my mate fancied the same girl. Him being the better looking one out of the two of us got the girl. It's what happens when me and Tom do it,
go anywhere, really. Yeah.
She just goes straight up to me and she's like, is this some sort of charity outreach? Nah, he's a nice guy. He's got dyslexia. Yeah. So So anyway, I'll start again. Me and my mate fancied the same girl. Him being the better looking one out of the two of us got the girl. At a party, my mate was abroad. She comes to the party. This is now his girlfriend, really drunk, in the hallway, bumps into me. She talks about how much she missed him. Then I call him on my phone so she could speak to him. She uses up all my data.
Savage.
By calling him. This is the guy who liked the girl as well, got rejected. Then later on that night, I notice a creep trying to hit on her while she's far too drunk, and spend the rest of my night holding her hair back while she throws up in a bucket. #friendzone for life. But it's a good way to get over someone, because I was helping her, I missed my ride home and then had to jump in a mate's boot to make the 30-minute drive home.
What the fuck?
So there's a couple things there. Firstly,
the perils of simping.
The perils of simping. But good on you. Good on you. You fucking loser creep. Fuck off. But good on you for taking a step in there and making sure she was okay. And also, unlucky. This happens. Friend zone is a thing. We talked about it, between, I think, off air actually last week. But it's a thing that it doesn't need to exist. Don't worry about it. If you like a girl, she's chosen someone else. whatever, man. Plenty more fish in the sea. You'll move on to greater things. So don't worry about being in the friend zone because that ain't a real thing. Don't worry about it. Just live your life, enjoy yourself. But yeah, unfortunately, she clearly did not give a single fuck about you, mate.
No.
It's just, and
No
sometimes it be like that. You know, I've had girls before who've looked at me and gone, I just don't see you in that way at all.
No.
And sometimes it just be like that, man. But don't worry about it. I'm sure you are.
It will
great.
come back around. You've grown from it. You're older and wiser.
But thank you to everyone who sent in their fail mails this week. I feel like it was a return to form, short and sharp and excellent. So appreciate that. Thank you very much.